I'm in the galley when you're free.
Nice place you found. Clean air, plants, helps me think.
Something on your mind?
Maybe.
Your biotics always do that when you're maybe stressed?
I got it. I'm good. I don't normally lose it like that. A huntress should have better control.
Huntress?
Another term for an Asari commando. I was one, before the initiative. Some things stick, though. Like losing the old man.
There's a lot of loss going around. Dad, the Golden Worlds.
A friend and mentor who trained you to be a Pathfinder. I said I wouldn't get in the way, and I meant it. But I prepped for years as your father's second. Then he chooses you? An untrained Pathfinder and all this mess to fix? The hell was he thinking?
Is this going to be a problem, Cora?
I don't want a rival. Just answers. It's done. Best I can do now is be your second. Keep your father's mission alive. Then maybe we'll all get what we came out here for.
You, me, side by side? I like the sound of that.
A commando friend said something like that once. I explained I wasn't into women, however admirable they might be.
So
I said I'd still take a bullet for her. We were a team. Look, there's still the mission. A lot of dreams to fulfill.
So what brought you out to Andromeda?
Biotics like this. Thinking like an Asari huntress. I never had a place. Best I could be was a useful freak. The initiative was meant to be different. Will be different if this mission succeeds. So I'm seeing it through. It's quiet in here. I can keep the plants watered while I work. First job, see if there's any news on the Asari Ark. If they made it, we could use some Asari expertise. If you want to talk, I'll be here. Back again?
How's the search for the Asari Ark going?
The Lucinia? Checking every comm that's coming in. Nothing concrete yet.
What did you do while you were part of the Asari military?
4 years in a commando unit called Ta Lane's Daughters. Part of the Council's cross-species military integration initiative. Your time defending Silva's expedition was probably more important. But we did good work. Peacekeeping is a full-time job, even in Asari space.
What was your commando unit like?
Janae and I were the youngsters. Tethys was our old lady sniper. Kalia patched us up, and Valenza prayed between firefights. Our CO, Nasira, led us all over the Athena Nebula and beyond. A huntress's work is never done.
Who'd pick a fight with the most powerful species in the galaxy?
Themselves, usually. Terrorists, cults, rogue Ardat Yakshi, people demanding a withdrawal from the Citadel. The Asari were spacefaring when our Roman Empire was new. Didn't fix all their problems. Sometimes you need commandos for that.
You were in the Alliance before you became a huntress, right? What made you join up?
My biotics. I was still living on my parents' cargo freighter when they manifested. Untrained biotic power on a starship means accidents. But we couldn't afford a tutor. The Alliance had implants, the training, everything. Old history now. Your turn. Remind me why you came to Andromeda.
The Prothean digs woke us up to how much we don't know, and to what humanity's next leap might be. Then Dad's career collapsed. His AI research made him too toxic.
I heard. Must have changed everything for your family.
I wanted to find worlds and secrets no one had ever seen, and Scott was itching for adventure. So, Andromeda.
None of you writers ever think small, do you?
Did you come out here with anyone? Maybe someone you served with?
I had my fun on shore leave. Nothing serious, though. Asari huntresses figure things out, but I was there for soldiering, not romance.
Does that mean fraternization is okay for Asari commandos?
It'll happen, but usually only for one deployment. Asari don't usually stay with each other long term. After your 500th birthday, you learn some self-control.
After 4 years with Asari commandos, he must have some great war stories.
Nasira assassinated a Krogan warlord with a pack of playing cards once.
A pack of cards?
Choking hazard, apparently.
Wow. How's the...
Nothing new. Let's stay optimistic.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
Our tech lab is an engineer's dream. It's perfect for any delicate technical work.
If you're looking for me, I'm in the escape pod room.
Pathfinder, making the rounds. Slumming it, huh? Want to see how the riffraff are making out?
Hey, it's a dirty job. Are you the riffraff spokesman?
King, actually. You might want to bow. Otherwise, no telling what might fall off the Nomad when you're out there.
I'll take my chances. Just want to see how things are going with the ship.
I can coax more out of this baby than some might think, but we shouldn't go too far or push too hard between Nexus stops. For now. It just feels good to be stretching our wings, you know? Locked in idle too long, you start to drift. People, same as ships. Stuck on the Nexus, gotta say, I was regretting joining the initiative.
Seems like life back there was pretty bleak.
Not gonna lie, it sucked. I tend to live the way I work. Kind of feel it, do it. Not a lot of close ties, no real sense of purpose. Figured maybe I'd find my true calling in Andromeda. Then I got here and, oops, I just made a decision there's no turning back from. I was going nuts on that station. You can't know how jazzed I was when you showed up.
Happy to be of service. I think you'll see that showing up is only one of my many talents.
Oh yeah? You're not hitting on me, are you?
Thought I was. Is it not one of my many talents?
I'm just not susceptible, if you know what I mean. Liam's more my speed. Well, if he wasn't such a tool.
Got it. Sorry.
No sweat at all. You just keep pointing this ship wherever you want it to go, and I'll make sure she can get there. Deal?
Deal.
Long time no chat. What's up?
Seems like we have a good group here.
Well, Vetra and Suvi are my girls. Get along well. Lots of mutual respect. PB's a real spark plug. I like her, but she's exhausting. And Drax's my kind of guy. Brash. Takes no shit. As far as your Hyperion peeps go, the Doc's kind of nosy. Liam's good for a laugh or two. Cora, she's a bit by the book for me.
Need somebody to keep the zoo in check.
Zoo? You calling me an animal rider? Ooh, can I be a mongoose? They're like cool cobra killers. No, wait, how about a crow? Smart, irreverent, obnoxious. That's it.
I'll take your word for it. What about Kello?
He's a pilot.
Which means...
He flies the ship.
we're leaving it at that then?
Does a Pathfinder know what to do with a dead end?
I hear we have you to thank for getting the Tempest space ready so quickly?
Vetra brings her impossible feats to me. I was itching to get this particular call. Capital R ready. Don't tell her, but the truth is, I fudge reports to come in early, then bust ass in secret to make up for it. Expands the guild legend. Plus, I convey calm and assurance, and the whole team relaxes, which helps them do their jobs better.
What's your social circle like?
I'm good for a laugh, so I know lots of people, but I don't let too many in. My one true friend is stationed on the Nexus. She's the only piece of the Milky Way I brought with me. The more you and I get to know each other, the more you'll probably hear about her.
How tough was it on the Nexus all those months?
Have you ever eaten overcooked space cow tongue?
Hasn't everyone?
Well, then you know. It's super tough. Wondering if you're gonna die from a critical malfunction? Or maybe starvation? Imagining which would be worse? But hey, you could always take a break from the fear and boredom to dwell on being a part of the biggest failure in galactic history. Maybe even participate in a revolt.
What was your take on that?
I didn't place any bets, if that's what you're asking. Truth is, I don't think anyone made out particularly well. Whatever side you're on, you die a little when your brother, your teammate, becomes an enemy. We traveled all this way, all hope and wonder, and we end up fighting with each other over scraps. It's sad.
How tough was it on the Nexus all those months?
Have you ever eaten overcooked space cow tongue? We traveled all this way, all...
we haven't really spoken since orientation, have we?
It's all been so hectic, but I'm sure things will quiet down soon. Can't be worse than the Nexus.
You're setting up in here, huh?
Yeah, I'm going through what we got out of that vault. If I can crack this data storage box, it'll help with a personal project back on the Nexus. This is a nice, out-of-the-way place where I can tinker, and I can sleep anywhere. It's not exactly homey, but I like that about it. Not really looking for a home. Oh, but I will help you find everyone a home. While I'm with you, at least.
Should I consider you a temporary addition?
Everything's temporary, Ryder. I get it. You want to know who's on your ship, so you're here to figure out what makes me tick, right?
Something like that? Sure.
Well, I was born in a log cabin on rural Haitiana to simple but loving parents, just trying to... I look forward, not back, Ryder. Why snooze through my life story? Get to know me out in the field while we're uncovering the mysteries of this galaxy. That's why I'm here. Got tired of yawning back home.
Tackling complete strangers in the Milky Way wasn't doing it for you?
I think tackling you anywhere would be fun. Did I say that out loud? Life won't be boring with you around. I may never yawn again.
You left everything and everyone you knew because you were bored?
No, I came with someone I knew. Then she got bored with me. Ryder, the Milky Way was so... been there, done that. Even if I hadn't done it, someone had. If there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I live for the unknown. For the never been done.
Well, congratulate yourself. No one has ever so successfully dodged my attempts to get to know them.
Yeah, I'm #1! Buy me a drink sometime. Who knows what will spill out of my mouth. Then again... I need remnant scrap. Remtech, I call it. For projects like the one I mentioned. Which you're gonna love, by the by. Promise to bring me what you scrounge, and I'll submit to all your questions.
Remtech, huh? You got it.
You again. Want to hear more about my childhood log cabin?
So, how do you like the team?
Interesting bunch. I get a good feeling from Petra. Not your typical military-minded Turian. Liam seems a lively one. I expect he'll surprise me. Drek is, well, old. Wonder if he can still learn new tricks.
What about...
Gil smacks of complication. Might take some unraveling. Callow and Suvi seem busy. I hope they aren't all work, work, work. Who's left?
Well, there's...
Oh, right, Cora. What's her deal? Is she as prim and proper as she comes across?
She's exactly what she should be. Capable, reliable. She's a valuable part of my team.
Sure. That comes across too.
There's also Lexi, our doctor. She's an Asari.
Oh, I'll get around to her. All in all, seems like a decent bunch.
You really won't tell me what you're working on?
That's right. Next question.
What was it like for you on the Nexus?
Well, I wasn't supposed to be woken up yet. A resourceful accomplice finagled my early thaw. So I kinda lived off the grid. Snuck around, bullshitted my way onto excursions off station. After I found my first remnant ruin, I started, borrowing shuttles. After that, I didn't spend much time on the Nexus. I even missed most of the revolt.
What does someone have to do to get you to flirt with them?
Not much at all. But I get a little extra jolt when I'm matched wink for wink. So just be yourself and the flirts will flow.
You mentioned you came to Andromeda with someone.
Nothing gets by you. Guess that's why you're the Pathfinder. Just a friend. The one who woke me up early. But now she's not even that. It's better to venture into the unknown without restraints or entanglements, don't you think?
I don't know. Don't friends and loved ones make all the effort worthwhile?
I've always been self-motivated. Don't need much more than curiosity to drive me forward.
What drew you to the Remnant?
Are you kidding? It's evidence of a sophisticated species no one knows anything about. It doesn't get more intriguing than that. There's so much to discover. I want to be the first to figure them out. And the tech, it's on a different scale. If we can appropriate it, who knows what advances we'll make.
You're off the hook, PB. Good luck with your project.
Thanks. Don't be a stranger.
Scans of the Scourge. All that dark energy twisting and turning on itself. It's splendid.
I suppose it is a rather darkly beautiful phenomenon.
Darkly beautiful. I like that. Helios is incredible, isn't it? Not just constructs like the Scourge and the Remnant Vaults. Just all of it. So alien. A constant reminder of the divine intelligence behind all creation.
You mean a god?
Yes, I believe in a higher power. I know it's a little odd, but I am a scientist because science brings me closer to something greater than myself.
There's nothing about the universe that suggests a divine intelligence. And most of what we've seen in Helios is artificial, as you said yourself.
Yes, but we're creative beings. Whoever made the Remnant was too. Why should that be proof against a god? Wouldn't a true creator want to pass on the drive to invent?
I know I seem dismissive at first, but you have an interesting take on faith and science. I'd really like to pick your brain on that sometime. Maybe over drinks? The Nexus?
I'd like that. Now I should probably update the rest of the team with my latest reports. We'll talk later. I saw pictures of the vault. Astounding how big it is. And how much of it didn't you see? What if it's way bigger? What's all that space for?
Wild remnant parties? What else would you use it for?
Oh, Ryder, you're adorable.
I know. I'm really glad you volunteered to join our crew, by the way.
I am too. New galaxy and all. I'm honored to be here.
No, I mean, I think you're cute and I like seeing you up here.
Oh my goodness, Ryder.
Also, the accent. The accent is, I mean, it's not the only thing, but, okay, I should just go over there to the piloting thing.
Kill me now.
Ryder, thank you. And so you know, the feeling's mutual.
Yes! I mean, time to pathfind. Serious business. Saving everyone.
Ryder.
When did you start believing it?
My parents were both scientists. My home was ruled by rationality. Let's just say that while other kids found Batarian music.
But your work as a...
The patterns I kept seeing over and over again. God, to me, is an artist. An inventor. Not someone checking to see if I brush my teeth.
I take it you work closely with the Nexus science team?
I try to keep in contact with them. We discuss anything and everything. After all, many brains are better than one. And Dr. Aridana is worth 2 or 3 at least. I work best when I have other people to bounce ideas off of.
I'm still fuzzy about how we managed to see Andromeda all the way from home.
It confused me too. I mean, the light lag would have made any data 2 million years out of date. So I asked Dr. Aridana, and she told me, well, it wasn't her tech that did it. It was the Geths.
You're kidding. Those killer robots we had in the Milky Way?
Those exact ones. The Initiative obtained data from an array in deep space. A Geth construct. According to Aridana, the Geth rebuilt a mass relay and turned the approach corridor into an FTL sensor.
FTL sensor. So a faster-than-light telescope?
Not exactly, but it cut down the lag. We don't know why the Geth were interested in observing beyond the galaxy, though. Maybe we'll never know.
How did the Initiative even get its hand?
I don't want to know.
What do you know about the Remnant's terraforming network?
From what I can tell, the Vault is designed to adjust almost everything about a planet. Climate, pH of the soil, atmosphere composition. There's even evidence that it can propagate life. If we can figure out how to control the Vaults, we could turn these worlds into perfect habitats.
What do you know about the Scourge?
Or they did something that caused its creation. We don't know why. That's still a mystery.
What do you...
We established that it's artificial. Someone put it there. Or they did. We don't know why. That's still a mystery.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.
Glad you stopped by. Nothing like being on the bridge of your very own ship, is there?
I could stand here and drink in that view all day.
When I was test piloting the ship back home, of course, it took a whole team to build the Tempest.
Why did you?
What can I say? We poured our hearts into a ship that wouldn't... I could have stood on the shore and waved goodbye, or took the leap to see how it all turned out.
I get it. Like leaving a good story
The team liked that one of us was going. It felt right. After all, I remember Serena debugging line 2281 over and over, chewing that green pencil. Tion and O'Connell arguing equations, tapping on the console, 3 drips of coffee on the corner.
You remember all that?
Oh, yes. Solarians have photographic memories, and apparently mine's unusually sharp. Though I suppose with the Solarian arc missing, you might not get many chances to compare.
Did you hear anything about the Ark?
Not a peep. Isn't that strange? Not that I dislike your company, but it's lonely without other Solarians.
Don't sweat it. We'll bring this...
Of course we will. I just have to... I should get back to it, but thank you. I was afraid the Tempest would be moth... We built her for this. She deserves to be in a path... What can I do for you?
You know, I haven't
Careful. Depending who you ask. We're conniving spies, genius... We have to pack a lot of living into 40-odd years. Everything gets accelerated. I just hope we don't repeat our old mistakes out here.
If you helped to build the Tempest, you must know...
Just about everything. By memory. It was quite the... The Initiative needed absolutely up-to-date technology, which we all had to coordinate, and some of it was...
Acquire?
Buy. Legally and above board. Sadly, the other Pathfinder vessels were lost when the Scourge hit the Nexus. The Tempest is truly unique.
What do you think of the...
Well, I can't talk about Suvi. She's sitting right there.
I'm not listening. You can say whatever you like.
Oh no, I'm not falling for that again.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
These are the Pathfinder's quarters. Your quarters. Sam's router is down there too.
It'll be fine.
Right. Have you settled in yet?
I'll talk to... Oh, hey, Pathfinder.
The Pathfinder's there? Let me say hi.
Fine, but don't embarrass me. Ryder, this is Sid, my sister. Sid, Ryder.
Let me guess. Little sister?
Who are you calling little?
Look, kiddo, gotta go.
Wait, Ryder, I just wanted to know if...
So I know it feels like I just jumped aboard your ship without explanation.
Now's as good a time as any.
No. I know that I can be of use here. I know everyone on the crew, even the actuators Guild prefers for the ship. Better, I know how to get my hands on them. With me around, your crew's going to be at their best. We've been failing for months, Ryder. Now that we have you, we have a chance out here.
Wow, that's some laser focus.
Yeah? Was it too much? Some people get intimidated.
I'm not just some people. I really like the intensity.
That's good. It's nice to feel appreciated. I should track down a lead for Gil's actuators. Back. We'll chat later? Terraforming atmo... We really had no idea what Helios was about, did we?
If we knew what it was all about, it would just be moving, and everyone hates moving. Just the...
Point take. I'm just saying. I really hope you have a plan, Ryder.
Like you said, we had no idea what Helios... Good, since you're probably gonna have front row...
Looking forward to the show.
You probably have...
You know where to find me. Need something? Need something done?
Have anyone else here with you? Besides Sid?
No, just me and Sid. It's always been just the two of us.
No, I mean, someone special.
Special? Oh, You mean like... Oh. No, nothing like that. Who has time? What about you?
Like you said.
Eventually things will settle down a bit. Anyway.
You were on the Nexus when the revolt happened?
When you promise people...
And you?
Some days I wondered if the exiles had a point. Maybe we were... Think about... If I'm going to pick a side, I'm picking the liars.
You talked about your back channels. What did you mean?
We brought a lot from home. Some of it marked initiative, some of it in personal cat. You just have to figure out who. And what they're willing to take in exchange.
That just sounds like you're taking...
Is it? I get people what they want. And they do want. Or they wouldn't pay.
How did you hear of the Andromeda?
I thought it was a one-time deal, but she came back. I asked and she told me about the initiative. New galaxy, new home. Couldn't pass that up.
You probably have work to do.
You know where to find me.
Pathfinder, help me with something? I know, not exactly standard. Gotta make the space comfortable. Plus, the fabric diffuses the charge from an overclocked Omniblade. Not giving up a 6% boost, right?
Someone brought this to Andromeda?
It was new when we left. It's been a hard year. So, finally time for that beer? And after 2 years and a dozen suspensions, I took a lateral promotion out of the force. Being a cop just didn't fit. But crisis response? Digging people out of trouble? That worked. I bet Hustle followed you into a few peace actions. Think about your Alliance days much?
Tell me about your group.
Heavy Urban Search Terrain 1? Yeah. Earth's contribution to a multi-species disaster response unit. HUST-1, but Hustle looks much better on the patch. All civilians, retired vets, or shits like me. I was fiercely bearded. Tastes better just thinking about those days.
I put it behind me after Dad's work went sour.
600 years. So, Pathfinder. That blunt.
I'm looking for moments like this with people like you.
Still an answer, though.
Back at you, Costa.
I want to say I'm running from my past, but really running from myself. But it's bullshit. I just heard about the initiative and still do. I have to. We're in it.
We can't go back, but we're not trapped by decisions at Galaxy.
I don't feel trapped. We came from a good place for good reasons. We keep that in mind or steer us right, just like back in Crisis Response. Remember the essentials. A new start guided by the Pathfinder. And team. I'll bust my tail to make that a good story. Prodromos. We started Pathfinder. A new life. That is goddamn brilliant.
Just stopping by for... not much. Just...
Bad opening, Pathfinder.
Yes, well...
See, I knew it. Alright, interest returned. Let's bank that for another day.
Just wondering what you think of...
I'm committed to the initiative. You're Pathfinder. It's as simple as it gets.
You barely covered how you joined.
Alright, I was a bad student, piss poor cop, great responder. I wasn't looking to start over. I wanted to start big.
Tell me about your family.
I missed the hell out of them. Some nights you just cry, right? Mom Joelle, Dad Calvin, both lawyers. It was traditional. How about you?
Life with my family was not typical.
You may do though, right? Family has to. I know mine did. I said goodbye to my mom and dad, and got on a ship to Andromeda.
You were a cop, then crisis response? Couldn't have been long in either.
Didn't have the patience for law, so I figured enforcement. Dad knew it didn't fit before I did. But it got me into hustle. They mostly take vets and retired service. Best years of my life.
An impatient rookie frustrated by procedure. That's overdone.
I know, right? I wanted new, and I got it. And that led me here.
We'll talk later.
I know it.
And don't give the path.
Don't give the Pathfinder too much trouble. Oh, Rushan.
Who were you talking to?
Kesh, Nexus Superintendent, thinks she can boss me around just 'cause she's my granddaughter.
Well, welcome to the Tempest.
I like the way you think, kid.
Ugh, someone somewhere shivered when I said that.
Probably Tan. Damn politicians.
Is that all you brought?
You travel lean when supplies are tight and you're on your own.
Leaving the Nexus can't have been an easy choice.
It was, actually. Staying became impossible. After the mutiny happened, it was either buckle under Tan's rules or start our own colony. Easy choice. Bad consequences all around.
Not all Krogan left. Your granddaughter...
Good thing she did. Without my Rushan, you wouldn't have had much of a station to tie your... As for me, I'm way more useful out here. Lots to shoot at, for one.
Your people come first.
Keeping Kesh and our colony safe will always be my top. That's why I'm happy to tag along, help make this galaxy. Ryder, you meet Spender yet? Colonial affair? Spender lied to the Krogan during the uprising. He's up to something. I just can't prove it. We should pay him a visit on the Nexus.
Got any stories or advice?
Does a piejack scratch its butt?
Anything about the cat? Or
Well, common cat are pretty straightforward. Hit them hard enough, they die like anything else.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Wraiths are sneaky little shits, like to ghost up behind you when you least expect it. Just listen for them. They tend to give themselves away right before coming at you. Break through their head plates, then a headshot should do the trick.
What's it like to have Kesh as a granddaughter?
Kesh is my Rushan, child of my blood. Damn proud of her too. She did good, even with me for a granddad.
She's honest. Definitely blunt.
She had to take after me in some ways, I guess.
Did Lexi brief you on Sam and squad connectivity yet?
Yeah. You want to hook that thing up to my comms, sure, but that's where it stops. Putting an AI in your head, giving it access to everything like that, it's begging for trouble.
I'm not thrilled about it myself, but it...
Just make sure it can't unshackle itself. There'll be hell to pay if that happens.
I'd like to know more about...
Fire away.
So, about all this combat experience you have.
Ha! The list will be shorter if you ask me what... I've been doing this for a long time now. Centuries. Shit. Don't even know how I'm still alive. It ain't luck to be a merc. Skill, sure, but a whole lot of luck. And a really hard head.
How did you and Vetra meet?
Huh, that's right. Your father brought you into the project pretty late, didn't he? Must have been a pretty steep learning curve since...
You could say that.
You make do with what you get. Anyway, I met Vetra back when we were building the Nexus. She swiped supplies I was trying to get for cash. I tried to intimidate her into turning them over to me, and let me tell you, that Turian takes shit from no one.
She really has a way of getting things.
She sure... She waited until I saw her again in Kesh's office, no less, to They're both still laughing at me over that.
Tell me more about the Krogan colony.
My clan's there. We also got some scouts looking for any unclaimed
Farming?
Food's food. Just because we can eat anything doesn't mean we gotta settle for scraps. I'm pretty fond of Corcrow roots myself. Takes a while to chew through those.
Why did the Krogan leave the Nexus?
The Nexus got us Krogan to stop the mutiny. In return, we were supposed to get a say in station business. Spender, Addison's assistant, lied about the deal, and Tan came down hard. Too hard. So we left. Kesh is alone on that station now.
You think someone might try to hurt Kesh?
More like she airlocks Spender. Or he tries to stab her in the back, and then she airlocks him. Tan wouldn't listen to me when I told him Spender had a part in the mutiny. I had no proof.
So what's my part in this?
Things need to get sorted out, and my clan needs to get back on station, without Spender messing things up. Way I see it, you're probably the best one for that job.
We can talk more.
Sure.
Hey.
Yeah?
Is everyone a...
When you get to be my age, yeah, pretty much.
Most of the crew bunks in here. Cozy, huh? But your room's got more of a view.
Hello, Ryder. EOS has been a lesson, but you have grown as a result, and so have I.
Thanks, Sam. You're not Harry.
The blue give it away? Habitat 7 was a little more action-packed than Harry bargained for. He decided to spend his retirement years in the Hyperion looking after your brother.
Joke's on him. Scott's a handful.
I think you're both trouble. Hold still.
Ow!
Sorry.
I remember you having a gentler touch.
Still trying to get my bearings. Thought I'd be waking up colonists, not taking care of the Pathfinder.
I couldn't be in better hands.
I just stabbed you.
We all have off days.
I always hoped to work in the field, but everything's happening so quickly.
Focus on the positive. It helps.
I guess this is my opportunity to study alien species firsthand. Getting a Ket specimen aboard the Hyperion would be difficult, but here...
what?
A Ket corpse. For autopsy, a live subject would be better, but I'm not greedy.
Why do you care about the cat?
Harry didn't tell you? I'm a specialist in alien anatomy. My thesis on Krogan virility and aggression is what got me in the initiative.
I had no idea. I'd love to hear more. Over dinner, maybe?
Oh. Thing is, Ryder, you're not my type.
What's your type?
Not a patient. I need to be able to look at you clinically.
Am I distracting?
Not nearly as much. But we were discussing the cat.
Right.
Just something. Sam? So we have a...
You mean PB?
She's decided to set up in... You don't need a psychologist to tell you that one's got commitment issues.
I need...
Of course.
When Dad died, he blocked off part... Maybe. It unlocked, from when the Alliance rejected his ideas about AI, and he found out Mom's illness.
Why do you think your father chose this specific memory?
It was where his journey to Andromeda...
Those events started your
Yeah. Thanks, Lexi. Feels good to talk about this. How do you think the crew is holding up?
Anyone in particular? I sort them in their files, and my brain by species.
How do you think the human crew members are handling things?
There's a lot of them.
Suvi okay?
Suvi's strong sense of faith keeps her grounded. I'm not spiritual, but there's a beauty in how her mind rationalizes religion and science.
How's Liam?
Increasingly reckless, even for Liam. Almost like he's trying to impress someone.
Who? Me?
Be careful there. Liam looks up to you. It'd be easy for him to put you on a pedestal.
Thanks for the insight. How do you think the crew is...
Anyone in particular? I sort them in their files, and my brain by species.
How's our Solarian?
He's quite the gossip. Tight-lipped about himself, though.
Is Drac good?
That old bastard. I've never met anyone who can be so... Could you look out for him, Ryder?
Don't worry, Lexi. I'll keep an eye on him.
Thank you. And maybe don't mention I asked?
Thanks for the insight. I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
Things are gonna be interesting with you around, kid.
Doesn't matter what life throws at...
You keep that going, you just might live as long...
Pathfinder.
I should...
Familiar territory.
The Nexus has been here for months. Still not enough time to survey it all.
Anomaly on sensors.
Pathfinder, is it true? We're settling Eos.
We've thought that before.
But Eos is different now, right? Pathfinder.
All right, settle down. Give him space. Lieutenant Syax, Kendros' aide. They all wanted to see you. Real hope again. It's been a while.
Relax, Lieutenant. If there was ever a day to pop...
Certainly. The initiative's finally back on track.
Professor Herrick, right?
What you achieved with that remnant vault is unprecedented, Pathfinder. But with new scientific talent waking up, we'll unravel those mysteries. The whole Nexus will benefit.
August Bradley will oversee that. He's the new mayor.
Bradley. I know him. Seems like a good man.
Well, what are you waiting for? There's a new world out there.
Thank you, Ryder.
Should I apply for an out?
The Nexus invites you to visit the newly opened Vortex. The Vortex. Let life take you for a spin.
Hey there. Just use the console to have a look-see at what... Hope you find something you like.
Ouch.
With all the trouble, we're short on supplies. I'd love to give you stuff for free. Nice to see you again.
Sure. Let me know what materials you need and I'll find you something.
That's a relief.
You're listening to HNS, your source for news in Helios, an independent arm of the Andromeda Initiative.
Allison. Our first outpost, Prodromos, has confirmed full deployment.
I hear you went down to Eos. Did you find anything to help my case?
You're a liar. The Chief's Omni tool recorded you over the body, admitting to killing him.
What? Wait, that's not... What are you trying to pull?
Sam, playback.
Sorry, old friend. Had to do it. I'm not dying on this rock. Well, shit. Guess my fate is sealed.
Except that your shot missed. A Kep blast to the back killed Reynolds.
Are you serious? I'm innocent? What a stroke of luck. The conviction will have to be overturned. The sentence thrown out.
I'm going to Tan, and I might have a different opinion. You did try to cover it all up.
Look, I'm sorry I lied, but if my shot missed, I'm innocent. Plain and simple.
We'll see about that.
Maintenance crews, please report to the commons area.
Pathfinder, do you have just a minute? Ryder, isn't it? Kerry Tavessa, freelance vidmaker. This is Hakeem, my producer.
What are you looking for?
Director Tans asked for an uplifting documentary on the initiative. Translation, paint rainbows over our But our problems are history. People deserve the truth, not propaganda.
Nice to see some...
That's kind. Sometimes the camera makes...
That's a shame.
So that's what I need. The truth, I mean. Someone needs to record the history we're making.
Maybe a crisis is the time for hope.
That was Tan's angle. But if we pretend the heart of my documentary will be an I want the dirt and blood of our story, not the convenient fairy tale Tan's looking for. Interested?
Okay. Interview?
Let's start at home. 14 months and the Nexus still isn't finished. Arcs are missed. By any standard, this wasn't the plan. Our leadership describes these as anticipated issues. Would you agree?
We still have to fix them. Everyone, leaders included. Let's be honest about these challenges and how we're going to face...
Nice. Won't make you popular with the leaders, but it's good. Bandwidth means I'm transmitting in short bursts, so that's all for now. But you can bet I'll have more questions. This was... You were great. I'll get to work editing. Hi there.
A reminder to all personnel, overtime up.
Hello, Pathfinder. Hello. Director Tan is expecting you.
Last time I was here, this was a storage closet.
Pathfinder Hall just needed a Pathfinder to open.
We're still getting the commons area ready. Hydroponics is only at partial capacity.
Not good enough.
We don't have enough people.
I sympathize, but not until our survival is no longer at risk. Now please... Hey, Ryder. Addison told me about the outpost. You're the hero of the hour.
Let's hold off on the celebration.
Oh, there's no need for modesty. Success affords leverage. A patron. One who shares your vision of a prosperous future.
Due respect, Director Tan.
Oh, I think I do. Your ingenuity, deciphering the vault, alien terraforming. It's not how we imagined all this. And a great one hangs it on the wall. Yours are the first trophies to grace Pathfinder Hall. You're a symbol now, Ryder. A reason for people to believe.
I plan on doing a lot more than that.
That's the confidence we need. Take charge.
Careful. He'll end up adopting you, Ryder.
Ah, my staff.
Colleagues, you wouldn't be looking to cut us out.
I remind you, I am the...
Acting director.
This isn't the time for arguing over who gets to be king. Too much is at stake.
That's what I've been saying since...
Then I look forward to winning our Pathfinder...
I have concerns about your decision on Eos, Ryder. An outpost full of scientists won't do as much good if the Kett attack.
But it will help support the Nexus. Improved research could help feed our people.
And we could argue about it all day long, as we always do. The decision was made. What is your plan for moving?
We have a lead on the terraforming network. I need to take the Tempest deeper into the sector to invest. If the other Golden Worlds are where they should be, this could get us.
You might also run into exiles. They didn't leave the Nexus.
And we still need more outposts. They're important to
Yes, I think that's best. You have my permission.
Thank you, Director.
May you light the torch that finds...
Right.
Ryder, this is Harry, back on the Ark.
Go ahead.
We may have found a way to talk to your brother, sort of. Drop by when you can. Hyperion Medbay.
Whole mood of the Nexus is
Pathfinder,
new
we are to
outpost,
contact Director
a
Addison
Pathfinder's
as soon as
help,
possible.
people waking up. It's a fresh start.
Can't relax yet. The initiative still has a lot.
And that? But it's damn...
Any logistics updates are due within the hour. Maintenance crews, please report to the commons area.
No, it isn't. You've shaken things up, Pathfinder. My department actually has cologne, and you have new tools to help grow the initiative. AVP, ready for spending.
Sam said there was new functionality.
You and your team are out there making Andromeda viable. Want more focus on research, like on Prodro? Brecker will introduce the interface and handle minutia. Yes, Pathfinder?
I have info on a specific...
I want to avoid that. Look, you're the Pathfinder. If you've a request for your extended team, access the sleeper records through until you make it a problem for me. Pathfinder.
How are we doing on the viability?
Struggling. Need I remind you that Get out there, Ryder. Pathfind. We're dying.
How is the Nexus...
We send them where you signal, because that's where the need is. There's no time for preference.
Director...
Goodbye.
Hello, Pathfinder. I am Your first task is to decide irrevocably the course of... Yes, of course. Andromeda viability and Nexus thresholds are your tools, your reward, and our future. How can I help?
What's the rundown on AVP?
Much of the preparation in the Milky Way... Thresholds are about capacity, but this is about... Points aren't the most elegant system, but it makes it clear. The more you earn, the more we can deploy.
So I decide what groups to wake up.
Absolutely. But there's a... You can't deploy an omelet without first deploying... Except it's people, and how all our lives begin.
How are you measuring?
It's based on resource estimates, and the more you achieve, the greater capacity. Simplest explanation? The more you do, the more room we have to grow. I deal in full colony blocks of specialists. I can make individual requests, but we should start the overall system.
All right, bro.
You may begin...
Maintenance crews, please report to the commons area.
had a year to think about it. Ryder, you're off to a promising... Though
It's like nothing we've ever seen. Not sure yet.
Did you have some other business?
Director, I checked out that murder. Nilkin didn't do...
This is unfortunate. We're trying to give the people a sense... And we're setting precedent for justice here in Andromeda. Now this, a convicted murderer who didn't commit the murder.
I hear you. It sucks when things are...
Are they ever? If we suppress the evidence and uphold the conviction, we're banished. If we throw the conviction out, we're freeing a man who tried to take... Your investigation complicated this. You should take responsibility for the outcome. Do we still exile him for murder?
He intended to kill the chief. He pulled the trigger, believed he'd done it. Banish him.
Agreed. Sometimes we must rule with our hearts. I hope my conscience will be as clear as yours seems to be. Well, at least we'll have this sordid business behind us.
A reminder to all personnel, overtime hours remain in effect.
Guess this is your place now. Everything we achieve.
Apex personnel, please check your duty roster for... Pathfinder. And of course, the interface remains accessible for... Sweet protocol and process. Now we're living.
What's your take on the state?
Please consult the AVP inter...
And
Your progress thrills me. Make my job obsolete, Pathfinder.
another...
Pathfinder. Good app. Director Addison finds it annoying.
Why'd you join the...
I was a teacher. A good life.
You did the math?
No. Here, I don't have a clue what tomorrow will bring. Feels more like... Yes, Pathfinder.
I have a specific
Name and this...
That's...
Nowhere in my job description. That said, I record all interactions. If something you ask for causes trouble, there'll be no doubt that you're responsible.
Let's keep this between us.
Deployment will begin shortly. Is there anything else, Pathfinder?
Another time.
Pathfinder. Colonial Affairs, please advise Director Tan of your status. A violent illness related to cherry light. Apex personnel, please check your duty roster for important updates. Convicted murderer Nilkin Rensis exiled for his role in the killing of Security Chief Hiram Reynolds. This is HNS.
Watch your tone. You saw what happened to the Krogan. Well, you're not getting it. Your incompetence isn't my problem. Just do your job.
What do you want?
Whatever's going on, it's not fair to take it out on...
Apologies, you're right. This is not your fault.
He was
Yes, he's horrible.
Why?
I have no idea. But if Kesh hadn't stepped in and threatened to airlock him, he's always like that. Making bad decisions, driving the Krogan away, treating people like scum when no one's watching.
Maybe there's something I can do.
A man like that's bound to have some dirt.
How little...
We need him gone, but as incompetent as Spender is at his job, Kesh can tell you more.